Sure. So even though you're an introvert, guys, go join an organization.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or maybe he can become like a Bill Gates.
Oh,
You never know.
Sure. We can get some. Can you give me some money? Something like that.
Exactly. Because, not gonna lie, organization is profitable.
Sure.
And sometimes it's quite hard to,
Join.
get into the circle and make.
How do you picture yourself after you're joining the organization? What do you think people see in you? What is your personal branding?
So my personal branding.
Alright everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'm Ari and today is a very special day because I have guests here with me to talk about joining an organization, what it has to do with personal brandings and what's so important about it. So here I have Sam with me, who is a former member of HMPSSI. Hi Sam.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm also good. Alright,
That's
so how are things these days? Is it hectic because you're in your final semester?
It is very hectic. Lots of assignment, lots of proposal, but
Yeah.
hanging there.
Hang in there, yes. I
Yeah.
know. Good. So for you guys who didn't know, HMPSSI stands for Himpunan Mahasiswa Prodi Sastra Inggris, which is basically an organization for English department here in Udayana University. So as I've said before, we're gonna talk about personal brand and organization, which refers to our theme today: building your personal brand, how to stand out by being active in college organization. So before that, I would like to invite you to briefly introduce yourself and maybe your role before in HMPSSI.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Samuel Gabriel Kadiman. You can call me Sams. I'm a former coordinator of Talent and Interest Division in HMPSSI, or as you know, student organization of English literature students. So I joined the organization back in 2020 until 2022.
Can you tell us more about your division, like their job or everything?
Yeah, sure. So my division is focusing on escorting new talents.
Oh, sure.
So we're trying to find all the potential talents from English literature students major.
Sounds fun.
Pretty fun, in fact. And we provide and help them with the support that they need.
Oh, okay, sure.
So, yeah.
So you're like, if there's someone going to compete in competition, you like accompany them.
Yes, we kind of accompany them, and we also tell them if there's a competition that is going on right now,
because
so
they
can
might
join
not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And this one particular question is my favorite one. Do you have any motivation or reason why you joined the organization?
Yes. So I myself, I'm a singer.
Oh,
So I don't really have lots of information about the competition that I want to compete. I don't really have, the support that I need back then. And once that I know that there's this division, it kind of
remind
me of myself, and I need to join the organization because, sometimes when you don't get enough help, you tend to want to help others.
Sure.
For the help that maybe you cannot get back then. So yeah, that's the reason why I want to join this organization and joining this specifically in this division.
These are actually a really good reason you want to help the
Yeah.
people that cannot get the a company for them when
Yes.
they compete. That's really good. So when we are joining an organization, we must have some kind of like expectation when we're joining. Do you have an expectation when you're joining, and what is your impression after you're joining? Is it meet your expectation or completely different?
Of course, I do have an expectation. Back then I was thinking that people are very on time. Once I actually joined the organization, there's a lot of schedule that is actually off the schedule.
Oh no.
So it kind of make myself and drag myself to be also off schedule sometimes. So if you see me that I come late, it's because of that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no. Is it a bad impact on you?
I mean, yeah, technically, but no. I mean, the good thing is you get to meet so many people who wants to learning new things and actually after the same thing, which is growth. And you don't get to meet this kind of people out there.
Sure.
So once you actually meet them, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
To know that there are people out there who actually chase after the dream that quite the same like you.
Good. So I guess it's half meets and something
Yes.
doesn't meet.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we are going to back to our topic, which is building personal brand through organizations. What do you think activeness in organization is correlated with your personal branding growth? Is it correlated if you're being active?
I think it's correlated because once you join in an organization, you met a lot of people, and once you met a lot of people, no matter whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, you still have to talk with so many people, and by doing that, it actually makes you
Your public speaking become better, right?
Our public speaking become better, and then you make new relations.
Sure.
And by doing that, actually, you kind of know yourself more. Whether you want to picture yourself as a friendly person, straightforward person, or
how do you picture yourself after you're joining the organization? What do you think people see in you? What is your personal branding?
So my personal branding, I want people to see me as a friendly person.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want people to take me seriously. So I want to be straightforward in terms of everything, in terms of doing my work, the talking. I don't want people to get confused between the sentence because I'm not being straightforward.
Okay, sure.
So yeah.
So do you think in joining the organization, it helps you with your branding? That branding, is it helping?
Definitely. I mean, once I actually finished the organization, I'm kind of grateful that I ever joined this organization because I met so many people who says that, oh my god, your public speaking is really good.
Yes, you are.
You're very friendly, and all of that happened because I practiced that when I was in organizations.
Sure. So even though you're an introvert, guys, go join an organization.
Yes, definitely.
Right? Okay, good. Maybe you can tell us any specific experience or moment when you're in the organization that you think really helped you to grow your personal branding. Sorry. So like this is the reason why I joined the organization, like HMPSSI.
So yeah, as I told you before, I want people to see me as a friendly and straightforward person.
Sure.
So back then, when I was still in the organization, I have, let's say, 2 jobs at the same time. Not just as a coordinator, but also as a coach for the singing competition.
Oh yes, you said you were a singer, right?
Yes. So once I become a coach, I try so many different approach when I teach someone.
Because I never
teach
someone,
before.
Right?
So yeah, it's very interesting. And
how was it? How was the teaching? Are you able to do that?
Turns out again, I'm able to do that. I don't know that I'm able to do that. But yeah, since I try so many different approach, my focus is to be more straightforward and friendly. So I want my students to feel safe around me.
Sure.
But I want them to take me seriously also at the same time. So it definitely meets my personal branding.
Sure.
That's my experience.
That's really good. Okay, so maybe can you tell us the skill you get when you join in the organization that you cannot get in a class learning session?
I think the most important skill that I learned in organization is about mingle. You know mingle? So
can you tell us more about mingle?
So mingle is when you met so many people.
Sure.
And then you forced yourself to talk to others.
Okay, become an extrovert.
Yeah, become an extrovert.
Good.
And from there, you kind of build your relations. You have so many friends, even though you don't realize that you have so many friends, but you do actually have so many friends because of that. And that is the thing that you cannot actually get if you just stay in a class and listening to the lecturer. Because from there, when you met so many people, you'll never know that maybe in the future, the person that you talk right now can be a successful person.
Sure.
And it can benefit you in the future, yeah.
Sure. For example, they can become a lawyer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or maybe he can become like a Bill Gates.
Oh,
You never know.
Sure. We can get some. Can you give me some money? Or something like that.
Exactly.
Good.
Need some channel.
Sure. All right. So I know in joining an organization there must be ups and downs, some challenges you face. Can you please tell us more about that so that maybe the one that watch this, the little babies, college student that just want to join our university can learn something from you?
So the ups and downs is even though you force yourself to out and talk to so many people, sometimes you don't really. It's also quite hard to do that once you're not maybe in the right mood or not in a right state of mind, because not gonna lie, organization is full of circle.
Sure.
And sometimes it's quite hard to,
Join.
get into the circle and mingle to them.
Michael's okay.
So yeah, what I do back then was, I'm not gonna stay in the background. I will still mingle to them, but if I feel like I don't have the energy anymore, I'll just step back, and then I recharge myself, and then joining them again. So yeah.
So sometimes you just need a break time.
Yes, a break time. That is important. Really important. You need to have
Break
personal
from the
time.
world.
Yeah.
Yes, personal time. Good. So do you have any regrets related to the things that you actually could have done in the organization?
Yes, of course I do have regrets. Because back then, other than joining an organization, I also working at the same time.
Sure.
So it's quite hard to maintaining all of them at the same time. And I don't think that I realized back then that I tend to miss lots of moments in organizations.
Oh, sure.
I miss a lot of bonding times with my kids.
Oh,
And
in your division 1?
In my division, so I wish I had more time to do that, because not gonna lie, time management is complicated, especially when you have class in the morning, work until pretty late, 10 p.m.
It is.
And then you still have to go back to the campus for meetings and stuff. So
I cannot imagine that.
yeah, it's really hard. I just wish that I have more times to, get to know my kiddos in my division better than what I have done before.
Sure. So your answer is correlated to the next question. So if there are so many issues regarding time management in college, like you have to do event in organization, you're working also, you have to do the class with the killer lecturer.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think is the best way to balance that kind of thing, responsibilities and also organization activities?
I think the most important thing that you need to understand is know your limit.
Sure.
Don't be afraid to say no, because I myself was a people pleaser.
Back then, right?
Back then.
Sure.
So once I actually finished with work and finished with my organization, I realized something that I was too afraid to say no.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I kind of lost myself in the process of becoming myself.
Sure.
And sorry, what's the question?
What do you think the best way to balance?
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, know your limits is really important, because
Know your limits.
yeah, I mean, if you don't know your limits, you're just gonna explode.
Sure.
It's really hard to managing everything when you said yes to everything.
Sure. So if you already have something you have to do, just say no to any request someone say to you. Okay, good. And lastly, can you give any advice for those who are still confused whether or not they should join an organization?
I think you should definitely join an organization, because it helps you grow. It helps you find yourself even better, and you get to practice basically.
Yes, the public speaking, the social skills.
Because I mean, organization is like a practice of real working life.
Yeah, it's like a task. It's like
you met so many people. You talk with so many people with different backgrounds, different personalities, and if you're joining an organization, you actually get to experience it firstly before you jump into the real world.
Sure. So if you're joining an organization, before you get to know the work life, you can maybe a little bit not shocked when you're joining the work
Exactly.
life, right? All right. So we've covered so much today, right? From how joining a student organization can help you grow, the challenges you face, and some kind of tips that you can give to the little ones. So to all our listeners, we hope this episode can give you some ideas and inspiration. Remember that joining an organization isn't just about fulfilling your CV or resume. It's about learning, growing, and building your future.
Exactly.
And big thanks to Sam, our guest for
Thank
today,
you so much, guys.
for sharing your story with us and the tips for maybe the new student that want to join in Udayana University or other university. So if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends who you think might need a little push to try something new and join an organization. So that's all for today. I'm Ari.
I'm Sams.
Yes, stay productive and join an organization.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.